Thank you so much, Kevin, and thank you for this opportunity. I'm excited to tell you a little bit about the success that we've had in Colorado, bringing TIM training to first responders, including 911 professionals. In 2017, Colorado Governor John Hickenlooper created the Governor's Task Force on Responder Safety after we tragically lost 3 troopers in a year due to secondary crashes. The original task force was led by Colorado State Patrol and included representatives from law enforcement, fire agencies, EMS agencies, 911 and communications, the towing industry, Colorado Department of Transportation, and municipal leadership, as well as participation from our federal partners at NHTSA and FHWA. Together, we developed a strategic plan and a mission statement: one scene, one culture, save lives. Our goals are to train together in traffic incident management, master quick clearance techniques, and educate the public when approaching roadside events. Since 2017, Colorado has developed TIM teams in every county. We've increased the number of TIM trainers statewide and held TIM training classes across the state, resulting in the Colorado State Patrol achieving 100% TIM trained across its ranks and bringing TIM training to responder agencies of all disciplines. As of September 2023, we've trained 13,803 responders, developed almost 400 TIM trainers, and trained over 9,500 personnel in person. We've held several annual safety conferences talking about a variety of safety topics. We've conducted a number of public education campaigns around the Slow Down, Move Over law and the Move Your Crash law, as well as work to raise awareness of public's role in keeping safe those working on the roadways. We developed a set of model policies and procedures incorporating TIM principles into every step of crash response, from notification to responder arrival to scene management to roadway reopening. We also opened a TIM test track in Douglas County so agencies from across the state can come and train together in real-world situations, practicing apparatus placement and vehicle removal in a variety of terrain. Through the TIM teams, we've conducted after-action reviews on incidents to find learning points and incorporate them into future responses. Field responder agencies learn to work together to achieve the mission of one scene, one culture, so that all responders work the scene with safety in mind and the goal of quick clearance as paramount. Agencies have also worked to incorporate technological advances to warn the public of crashes so they can plan alternate routes or slow down in the area. We are now called the Colorado Standing Committee on Responder Safety. We meet quarterly and continue to work on ways to get TIM training to all Colorado responders. We have a robust website with TIM resources, as well as public education resources responder agencies can use in their own departments. We have a TIM dashboard that tracks TIM training and safety efforts around the state. We've developed a TIM team toolkit, a one-stop place for all kinds of resources for the TIM teams across Colorado to use. We are currently working in partnership with the statewide traffic safety strategic planning effort so we can build TIM practices and responder safety into the plan from the beginning. We're also working on updating our TIM team workbook, a resource provided to agencies for use in the field. And as part of this update, we're developing an app that can be used in real time to incorporate TIM practices, as well as help responders with resources such as alternate routing for any roadway in the state and quick reference to their area's roadway crash management plan. I encourage you to browse our TIM website after the webinar. Next, please. As the 911 representative on the committee, I'm passionate about ensuring 911 is included in TIM training. Those of you who have taken the TIM class know that a large focus is about apparatus placement and training people on quick clearance techniques. But crashes start with notification to 911. And when 911 professionals are trained in TIM, they can keep the principles in mind from the moment of notification. This helps raise awareness of the challenges responders face, from crash location to removal considerations. As the first point of contact, 911 professionals can help remind drivers of Move Your Crash laws if applicable. They can ask the right questions to get responders critical information from the beginning of the incident, such as specific location information surrounding an interchange. They can also ask questions regarding the types of vehicles involved and potential hazardous material involvement, which helps responders determine which apparatus to send. Effective scene management begins with the initial notification, and having 911 professionals trained in TIM ensures that these considerations and challenges are addressed as early as possible, contributing to quick clearance goals. Finally, as technology continues to advance, 911 professionals can facilitate transmitting video and pictures from citizens to responders. As Jim Ostrich outlined, some agencies are even incorporating drones into their response protocols to gain knowledge of the scene ahead of responder arrival. And 911 professionals can be involved in facilitating this technology as well. Next slide, please. This is an example of the Move Your Crash card developed for Colorado's 911 professionals. This card is designed to sit at each call-taking console and help remind 911 professionals to ask 2 questions when taking reports of crashes. Are there any injuries, and are drugs or alcohol involved? These 2 questions are the ones key to determining what is eligible for the Move Your Crash law in Colorado. So if the answer to both of these questions is no, then the crash qualifies under the Move Your Crash law, and the 911 professional is encouraged to tell the caller to move their crash off the roadway and advise where they will be so that responders can meet them. When applied, the Move Your Crash card can save responder lives by moving crashes out of active traffic, thereby reducing the chances for a secondary crash. This card is designed to work with, not interfere with, emergency medical dispatch protocols, as it can be used after protocols have been followed. We also developed an accompanying implementation card to help increase successful use. Next slide, please. By involving 911 professionals in your TIM team, including during after-action reviews and training your 911 professionals in TIM, we can decrease response time, increase responder safety, and continue to save lives on our roadways. I'm happy to speak further with anyone who has questions, and my contact information is on the screen. Thank you so much for your time today, and I wish you all a successful Crash Responder Safety Week. Thank you for all you do. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Jennifer. It'd be interesting to know how many other 911 operators have the prompt cards or the script and sort of a cheat sheet, as it were, to tell motorists how to move to a safer location off the travel lanes. So kudos to your work and to ensure that 911 operators are TIM trained. Colorado's made significant strides in the TIM and responder safety in the last few years with its one scene, one culture, saves lives focus. They also have been generous to make available many resources, from videos for responder safety to a toolkit for effective TIM committees and teams. So again, great shout out to Colorado. Thanks.
Thank you.